So a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago or so, it occurred to me that the way I live is that I rushed through everything. And I'm not sure what brought that thought up or that recognition. A good friend of mine reminded me of that adage, if you're too busy to meditate for 20 minutes, meditate for an hour. And so I started meditating for an hour, and it changes you. It changes me. It changes me the times when I've done it. And so when I am really engaged in meditation, because there's just checking off the boxes and going and sitting and you're just saying, okay, I did it today. And then there's really sitting in meditation and being in that. And in fact, when Raheem was singing, I thought that is often the feeling I have when I am deep in meditation, that I feel that love in me, growing, flowing, peace, knowing peace as me, and it's just this fullness of experience that changes me as I'm in it, and I know I'm different when I get up. So thank you, Raheem. So I had this recognition, thoughts, the things that you need start coming up. When you really devote yourself to daily meditation, to that practice, things start coming up for you. Because your soul, it's a signal to your soul that you are truly here and living and experiencing yourself as something different than what the physical world tells us we are. And what we often get lost in, that illusion that we are physical bodies, working, playing, doing things, taking care of things, checking off everything on the list of things to do, the obligations, the responsibilities. You work, you punch in, you do that, and then at some point you die. We are so much more than that. So much more than that. But a lot of times we get caught in that illusion. And so I realized that I was caught in that illusion of getting things done, and that's why I rushed all the time. So I realized I rush washing my face, brushing my teeth, taking a shower, everything. I'm rushing just so I can get to where I have to go or do what I have to do. And usually it's just to get to work and sit down and get done. And I thought, what am I rushing for? Why am I rushing? And I think I've shared before, now I'm talking with my doctor and she's talking about, your blood pressure's kind of inching up and we need to do something about that. And so I'm thinking about how I'm living. And I thought, okay, this isn't good. Why am I stressed out every moment of every day? I got to rush and get this done. And there's so many things I got to get done before I get down. And actually my morning time is actually for me to meditate, to pray, to ease myself into the day so that I show up as my best self. And yet I was rushing through it a lot of the time. And it was so not what my intention was for that time. And so I just was noticing myself running up and down the hallway to get stuff done as I'm getting dressed, as I'm putting things away, as I'm washing the dishes, as I'm putting those away. And then I noticed how many times I would drop stuff, bump into stuff, not know what I'm doing, rush into the other room. I don't know why I rushed in there because I'm so busy thinking about the next thing to do that I have forgotten what the heck I'm supposed to do in the room where I am. But it's because I'm rushing and I'm not paying attention. I'm just rushing. For what? This is my day, my day. I get to do with it what I want. So my mantra has been, for the last few weeks, slow down. Slow down. Slow down, girls, slow down. Slow down. No matter what I'm doing. Washing my face, brushing my teeth. I used to try to do other stuff, as I'm brushing my teeth. often with the electric toothbrush, that could be a little interesting. So I would end up with toothpaste on the mirror. You know, trying to open something with this hand, with the left hand. The dominant hand's the right hand. So I'm opening stuff with the left hand, half dropping everything. This is going all over the place. I got toothpaste. And I think, why can't I just wait till I'm done brushing my teeth? Yes. To do what I'm doing. And then it wouldn't be so hard to just open up that little packet that I want to use for the next thing on my morning routine. What am I doing? I'm rushing as I'm trying to make breakfast. I'm doing other things in my office as I'm making breakfast, and often I'm burning breakfast because I'm not paying attention, and so I'm not enjoying my breakfast. And I don't like burnt toast. Or my oatmeal's extra lumpy. Slow down, slow down, slow down. So the last week, especially this past week, I've noticed that I am moving more slowly. And this morning I had the recognition. When I pulled up, I said I wanted to be here at 10 a.m., and I realized I pulled in the parking lot right at 10 o'clock. I looked at the clock in my car, and I did not rush, and yet I got more things done this morning than I ever have on a Sunday morning before coming here. And I'm moving more slowly. What kind of sense does that make? But I think we have to be in that experience. We have to give ourselves that opportunity to slow down and just be in life. You know, we were talking last week about how quickly 2023 went. You know, life is almost like a blur. Like you're in a car speeding down the highway and all you see is this. Just scenery. Everything's gray. So it's just a rush of things as you're going down the highway at 80, 85 miles per hour. And it's just all going by you like that. And that's what life feels like, doesn't it? You get to the end of the year or get to another birthday and you're like, what happened? I was talking to a friend last night at that party at Deborah's. She said, how the heck did I get to be 70? When did that happen? When did that happen? When did that happen? But it happens in the blur of activity. And I think that's why we don't remember so many things. Heck, if you can't remember what you did 5 minutes ago, if I can't remember driving out of the alley, whether or not I closed my garage door, how the heck am I going to remember an experience I had with somebody 10 years ago? Moving too fast. And there are times when I roll my eyes, when I see another thing come up in my email about mindfulness, I'm like, oh, God. Here we go again. Gratefulness, oh my gosh. Have a gratitude practice. Yet another email. And maybe they were all coming to my email like that because I needed to slow down and be mindful. But I'm aggravated because the mindfulness messages are coming up. Because I'm moving too fast. I don't have time to be mindful, people. I'm a woman on the move. And yet by slowing down, I'm enjoying so much more of my day. This morning, I had my office at home where I work and where I also do my yoga and meditation and things like that. I have a little spot, a little corner of the room I love doing that in. Faces east, and I love when the morning sun floods in that room. And I have a crystal that hangs from my overhead lamp. And man, when that light hits that crystal, and I got little stars of color going all over the room. And this morning, I was moving slowly enough that for about 15 to 30 seconds, I just sat and watched that color go around the room. And I had a flush of gladness in that moment. And I thought, how lucky, how blessed am I in this life? 2 months ago, I probably would not have noticed it. And I would not have given myself that 30 seconds to let myself feel grateful for life and be mindful. And be mindful of that moment and of the sunlight streaming in and of how I felt because I had taken time. I had just come out of my meditation and my prayer time. And I was feeling everything that Raheem sang about this morning. And so as he was singing, I was closing my eyes and I was transported back into that moment and feeling now that light in my special space. And that light was me this morning, and that light was me as he was singing. But if we don't slow down, we don't get to have those moments. We don't even get to recognize sometimes that those moments are even present, because all I used to think about and all we sometimes think about is the next moment. What am I supposed to be doing now? That there are days when I think of my meditation and my exercise time as just something to help me get to the next thing. So I'm losing whatever I could be enjoying in that moment. All we have is the present moment. And this one right here. And the next one that shows up. And if we're rushing through it, if we're driving ourselves through it to the next one, then you've just missed some moments of time that we'll never, ever have again. Rushing through everything. Why? What are you rushing to? And how are you feeling when you get there? I wasn't feeling so good when I was rushing through it all, because most of the time I was out of breath and I was getting agitated. I would have to go to an appointment. I would think, okay, GPS says it's going to take me 38 minutes to get there. And I would give myself exactly 38 minutes to get there. And life never goes like we think it should go, especially when you think it should be going a particular way. Life doesn't go that way. Because stuff happens. Traffic happens, construction happens, you miss a light, you're sitting there, the light feels like it's an eternity, you're waiting for it to turn green, you're doing this. And because I feel like I'm running late, and I am, my father always told me, if you're on time, you're late. And then I'm rushing, and so I'm probably driving faster than I should. I always drive faster than I should. But I'm rushing to get there, and so I'm agitated because I'm trying to get in there, and then I'm jumping out of the car to get to my appointment so I can be there, and I get there, and of course then I'm probably hot and sweaty. And I'm dragging stuff in, and I probably have snatched my briefcase or whatever it is I need to take in, and half the time I'm wrenching my back because I'm not thinking. If I had time, I would walk around the car, open the door, and get whatever it is I need to take inside. I can't tell you how many times I pulled a muscle, yanking stuff out of the car because I'm in a rush. Because I'm in a rush. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Life is lived in moments, I've probably been rushing through those last decades. Because that was my MO. That's how I lived. You know, I'm type A. Getting stuff done, baby. Getting stuff done. And we just need to be. We need to slow down and pay attention. Pay attention to the people that we're living with. Pay attention to the people that we see in our journey. A friend was sharing that she's going to stop ordering groceries online and take time to shop in the store because then she gets to connect with people. She gets to have a human experience. Look people in the eye. Talk to the cashier. Talk to the person at the deli counter. Say hello to the people she passes in the aisle. She's single, and she said, I get lonely. And yet, if I go out and I do just that simple thing, I get to connect with people. And yes, does it take more time? And yes, I get fed by connecting with humanity at the grocery store. I get to be outside. I can see more trees, more of nature. I can feel the breeze, feel the sun, get caught in the rain. How many times have we just enjoyed getting caught in the rain lately? How much are we enjoying our moments? All of them given, all of them gifts. But we have to slow down and notice. Just like our grounding period, the prayer beginning service, to take time to just sit and be. Sit and be. Be still. And it's an extension of that meditation time. So you can carry that meditation time with you throughout your day by slowing down. So it doesn't have to be just about those 10 or 15 minutes, an hour, whatever time you're spending in the silence, sitting in your home or wherever you are. And then you get to carry that around with you because you are slow and mindful during the day. You get to breathe that in again. You get to feel that God energy again. And yes, God is in the rushing because you can't be separated from the divine. You are also in the divine, but you get to experience it and feel it and revel in it and celebrate it by slowing down. I was talking to another friend last night. We haven't talked in probably 3 years. And yet I love her. She's a really good friend of mine. She was one of my first friends here when we relocated in 2006. My first friend. And I don't make time to call her. We had so much fun last night. So much fun. It was just nice sitting next to her and feeling that camaraderie we had together when we were sitting in the choir getting ready to sing. And we'd nudge each other and giggle about something. We were that pair that needed to be separated. And yet I hadn't talked to her in 3 years. Because I don't have time. I thought I didn't have time. What kind of sense does that make? Raheem invited us to think about what is love. Love is me taking time to call my friend that I cherish and love and feel a deep connection with, to make time for her, for me, for our friendship, for that entity that is our connection, and to revel and celebrate that. What are you not making time for? Because you think you're too busy. What is it? We all have something because we're all rushing. or we're in a moment looking at this, looking at the phone, in our devices, when we've got a human being close to us, in close proximity. What are you missing in your daily life? Because you think something else is more important. And how much are you losing yourself? How much of you are you denying? How much of you are you not taking care of because you're in a rush? I used to pride myself on taking good care of myself. But it's not just about ticking off that I exercised today. It's about that I took time to breathe, that I took time to feel that sunshine on my face this morning and to watch those beads of light circulate. It was taking time to just stand in the hot shower and feel that water pulsating on my scalp. I even took time to light a candle during my shower. My massage therapist and I talked about that. And have a 5-minute spa time. Better than no time at all. So I left the lights off, and I lit 2 candles. And took time to just be and feel that hot water and realize what a blessing it is to have running hot water. Because some people don't. Millions of people don't. What a luxury that is. And yet we miss the point because we're rushing. Somebody said, or they said, whoever the they is, that the devil's in the details. I think God is in the details. Life is in the details, is in the moments. Spirit is in the details. Love is in the details. Peace is in the details. And when we get a chance to really concentrate on one detail at a time, one moment at a time, we give ourselves a huge gift, and then we step out into the world as that gift. And that song, Imagination, man, I love hearing you all sing that. Man, we're in the room, and we lift our voices, and we sang it today, we sang it last Sunday. Man, that was a feeling. That wasn't just us singing notes. That was an experience that I had with all of you. When we step out, blessed, knowing we are blessed, knowing that we are light, enjoying life in every single moment, that song becomes real. That song becomes real. So what do you want? And what are you missing? And what can you commit to today to start paying attention to spend time on? Not just check off the box, but to give yourself fully in a moment. To give yourself fully to each moment. And to receive the bounty that comes from it. Let's take this into meditation. So let's breathe. And I want you to ask yourself, if you're willing, what am I not paying attention to? What am I not giving my full self to? What am I taking for granted? What goodness do I let escape from my life because I'm not paying attention? Just be with those questions. What is calling me? And I'm not hearing it because I'm moving too fast. Do I need to slow down? Am I truly living in the moment? Or am I rushing through every moment, each gift of a breath, because I'm racing towards the next one? Just breathe in. Breathe in and relax. Give yourself the gift of pause. The gift of appreciation. The gift of celebration of each moment. To give yourself the gift of bliss in a moment. The gift of the recognition of how magnificent life truly is. The gift of looking into someone's eyes and pausing for a moment and holding them with your gaze, blessing them with your gaze. Are you willing to live each moment of your life with your arms wide open? Ready to receive the gift of each moment. Each breath. The gift of lingering in a hug, in a kiss. The gift of letting your pet lean against you, breathe with you. To watch your pet wag his tail. To recognize you, hold their gaze, to revel in the purr of your cat, to feel the earth between your fingers as you garden, to truly enjoy music when you hear it, loving every note. The gift at looking at the list of things to do and saying all is well and still taking time for you. To rest, to relax, to refresh your brain, your heart, your soul, your body. To appreciate your body for how magnificent it is. To feel the coolness of the sheets against your skin. To enjoy the taste of every forkful of food. And giving thanks for it all. Giving thanks for every tear, every smile. Every breath, every prayer, every moment of silence. Let's take a deep breath in together. Exhale. Breathe in again, taking time to breathe. Inhale, fully fill those lungs up. And exhale slowly. We say yes and thank you for life. Yes and thank you for rest. For a Sabbath moment. In the middle of your day. For all of life. And for a loving force that gives you all the power that you need. All the freedom to express as you want to express, as you are called to express. That showers upon you an abundant life. And so in this moment, we say yes and thank you one more time. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen.